Right, hello, yes, it has been just over a week now since TFNation 2017 concluded and closed its doors, and it's about time that I got on with making this wrap-up video. I don't want to ramble on too long about everything that happened, but I'll get that stuff out of the way first. So, I was there from Friday until Monday, stayed on the Sunday night. Very different energy to last year's TFNation and to Auto Assembly's previous. Not as much of like a high energy party atmosphere. It was a little more subdued, which was alright. A lot of us went quite hard on Friday night, myself included. Whoops. There were a lot of good things that happened on Friday because I teamed up with some of my friends who I met through Peter Spelos's improv workshop for the quiz on the Friday night. We were victorious, and we all dressed up in like berets and canes, and some of us even put on a bit of like, I'm not sure what kind of paint it was, but just like kind of like white beards kind of thing. Thank you everyone for assembling to my call for a quiz team, and especially thanks to Jake for the idea of cosplaying as Peter Spelos. Oh man, it was good. That was very good. And our own Julia Hanshin, Jehan, came over to the UK for the weekend to hang out. It was great to meet her finally in person. She does the music for Ascension, so she's done the main theme for season 2. I don't know whether she's going to do her own kind of wrap-up video, but she definitely enjoyed hanging out with us, and me, Matt and Dan definitely did likewise. So Julia, it was so nice to finally meet you in the flesh, and I'm so glad that you had a great time, and I hope that we get to see you again for maybe TFNation 18. Who knows? So I met up with a load of like the TFYTC, Improvicons, a few people who are fans of my stuff and came over, said hi, and it was good to hang out with everyone, and I feel like this year I really felt like a proper part of the community, like more than any other year previous, so that was great. I think that's all I can really say about just events and goings on. Like I went to a few panels, but it was mostly kind of hanging out with people and buying robots. Speaking of buying stuff, let's crack on to that. So, I'm going to go over the non-transforming stuff first. So, one of the many exciting things that TFNation had to offer this year was an unofficial conclusion to Transformers Animated, which took a lot of the elements from the would-be Season 4 and put them into a beautiful, delicious 60-ish page graphic novel, which gives it a very good conclusion. I really enjoyed this a lot. I love the art, and the little nods to what might be in what might have been in Season 4. I got the Allspark Almanac about a week before TFNation rolled along, so I kind of have that for comparison, and yeah, it's this was put together by Chris McFeely and Jim Sorensen and a whole host of artists, and they did a fantastic job. So good stuff. If you ever find one of these anywhere for a decent price, grab it, because it's absolutely worth your monies and your time. I grabbed the Refined Robot Co. Fanzine thing from Mr. Vigadeth Dorian that he's put together with Ben Waspshot and Lay. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But this is, for the past year I think now, they've been doing a blog called Refined Robot Co., which I've been following, and they produced 100 of these little fanzines, which they handed out to anyone who was interested. They've managed to get all of them handed out. They had a few left over after TFNation, so some are going overseas, I believe. but I really like this. Like, just in terms of presentation alone, it really is absolutely lovely. And there's some of Ben's photography there of Legends Black Convoy, stuff about Headmasters. It's short, but it's sweet. And yeah, I definitely consider this part of the haul. So all of you guys who helped make this, it's great, and I'm still very interested in contributing if I can figure out what to talk about. But there's that. Cool. Other stuff I got. I got a print from Alex Milne. He signed a few of my issues of Matumti. I got a print of Megatron striding across the battlefield from, I think it's issue 55, and that's like one of my, well, I would say it's definitely my favourite comic panel of all time. It's currently hung up next to my clock in my room, and it's just a thing of beauty, beautifully framed, and I love it to bits. And I also have a poster from, I believe it's Toy Fu, that Matt gave to me. It's got jam on it. I like jam! So I reserved a whole load of robots for the convention, which I kind of regret, but I didn't want to risk like missing out on some of the stuff. So let's go through that stuff first. I had a bunch of stuff reserved from Matt Cuff, so let's take a quick look at that. I got a new Universe Silver Streak, who doesn't have a load of paint scratches and kind of stickiness going on with him. Silver Streak, I think, was one of the first, definitely one of the first classic spots that I got. I don't know whether he's my first Transformer, but yeah, I'm very happy to have a one in good quality again, and he stands on my Lost Light shelf, which is cool. I got 07 Big Daddy, the Downshift repaint. It's very cool. I love Downshift. For those of you who remember from last year, TFNation, I got the green Cybertron Downshift, and that was one of my haul highlights. So Big Daddy is it's a weird name for a robot, but he's very nice. Yeah. I also got Combiner Wars Trailbreaker with the Fallen Reaper Labels Toy Hacks upgrades sticker kit, which gives him a whole different look. I'm not really interested in him as the Fallen. I want to turn him into Flatline, a Decepticon medic. So I might make a few changes here and there, get rid of some of the... Matt got rid of most of the flame stickers on him, but I want to get rid of some of those, the ones that are still kind of left over, and yeah, make him into Decepticon medic Flatline. So my reservations from Mr. Sid Beckett. I reserved a whole load of stuff from him. I got these two from him. I got 07 movie Wreckage and the Armorhide. It is Armorhide, yeah, from the same line. He was a Target exclusive. I have the Cybertron version. This one is just the same but in black, and I like it a lot. It's very cool. So Wreckage I got because he's going to appear in Ascension Season 2. He's currently on the casting call that I put out about a week ago now. That's still open. 1st September is the closing deadline thing. Get them in. He's been quite fun to write for. So far he's only got one episode, but we'll see whether he makes any more appearances. 'Cause I'm still rewriting stuff, so that's all in flux as ever. But he's very nice. I have Bludgeon. We got that from Matt, and yeah, Wreckage is quite nice. Correction. I didn't actually reserve this Armorhide from Sid Beckett. I did buy it from his stand, but it wasn't reserved. This is what I reserved, as well as Wreckage and the two MMC fellas. It's my second Shattered Glass Junkion, because I need a buddy for my junk heap guy. This is the scrap iron version, I think. Didn't really play with him a lot, because I kind of know how he works. But now Junk Heap's got someone to ride on. And then we have these two who kind of... Yeah. I'd been watching... I'd seen these guys around when they got like pre-orders open from on Kapow and stuff. This is Mastermind Creations Turban and Oberon, or for those of you who are not as, I guess, savvy with names, we've got Beast Machines Obsidian and IDW Whirl. I can't decide which of them I like more. I was originally just gonna go for Obsidian, but then I decided I might as well get Whirl as well. And they're both really good. I made a few kind of slight, well, not modifications, but I pose Whirl in a certain way that he looks a bit more Matumti. So like the kind of tail fins back here sticking up, the chest pokes out a little bit more, and I've got him in the chicken legs configuration. So he's replacing my Generations Whirl on the Matumti shelf. And Obsidian, God, the colours on him is beautiful. He's got like metallic red paint and the caramel and the blue and all that stuff. Oh man. And I got them for a great price as well. I think they were both $65 pre-ordered. Yeah, I just can't decide which one I like more, so I kind of like them equally. But they're both definite highlights from TFNation. I'm sweating so much, why is that? Let's talk about this fellow. I picked up a Classics Bumblebee with the Beelzebos. It's not Cliff Jumper. I think it's kind of meant to be Bumper, but not, because Bumper has a unique head. This head is literally just the Cliff Jumper Beelzebos head recoloured in yellow. So he's not really intended to be Bumper, I think. More just a reference to an animation error from, I think it was Heavy Metal War. But he's still really nice. I'm glad I picked him up instead of just another Bumblebee, because it's a new character, and I was interested in picking this mould up. And he's actually pretty good. Ooh, we got some Titans Returns. I'll go over the Deluxes first. So we got these three here. Got Quake. There we go. There's Quake, who I really can't help but see as a girl for some reason. I think it's probably Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that's done that to me. I've given her yeah, and I am going to keep on calling her her. That's just how it is now. I've given her Octone's gun to put on her back instead of the cannon, which is exactly the same as Hardhead's, just to kind of differentiate them a bit more. So it's kind of, I guess, more like a focused laser kind of deal. But I was, when I saw the original images for Quake and her wave, all of them look fantastic. But Quake stood out with like these sort of deep burgundy and blue and grey, and it's just lovely. I love it so much. And we of course have a Topspin and Twin Twist. Twin Twist, where the hell did he come from? I was talking to Ben Watson when I got him, and I was just stunned by the sudden like leap in quality for this guy. He's amazing. He's just stunning. I love the proportions and the articulation and the vehicle mode as well. It's astonishing. I love it so much. The chunky legs as well. Wow. Where is this quality been for Titans Return? Where has it been? He's amazing. And Topspin as well. They're literally just the same mould, just slightly retooled. He's pretty good as well, but Twin Twist. Moving on to Voyagers. I got a few Titans Return Voyagers as well. I got Alpha Trion. I didn't think I'd like him, but he's pretty freaking cool. Even the Lion mode is quite nice, and I don't mind his kind of spaceship mode either. And then we have Octone. It's just, I've never felt more betrayed. I was so excited for Octone when he was revealed. Oh, and he's got Quake's cannon thing going on right now, so yeah. I was really excited to pick him up. I seem to have received just one with absolutely god-awful quality control. Like, the wings are just floppy, his hands are strange, the head is really tough to pull out, his nose cone won't tab together in jet mode. I'm genuinely just disheartened by the fact that I was so excited for him, and my copy turns out to be just this absolute travesty. So that was a strange thing. I thought I would be okay with Alpha Trion and love Octone, and it turns out well, Alpha Trion's kind of the same, but Octone is just god awful. So screw him. I don't know whether I'll get another one or try and sell that one off. Let's move on to this happy fellow. This is Robot Master's Smoke Sniper, who I believe came out in 2004, something like that. He's intended to combine with Robot Master's Gigant Bomb. So he kind of, I'm going to do this. He kind of clips into the back there, and you got like this combined kind of thing going on. I really like this. But I picked up a Smoke Sniper last year for £8. He had absolutely none of his accessories, and I bought this new one from Andy Millman, who I bought a few things off from last year, a few Cybertron figures, and I'm really happy just to have a complete Smoke Sniper to go with his big bomber buddy. Next we have TFCC SGCW Starscream, or TFCC Combiner Wars Shatterglass Starscream, whatever you want to call him. So many shortened thingamajiggies. He uses the Unite Warriors Starscream from the Grand Galvatron set. He uses that as the base mold, and he's very, very nice. He looks great with Superion, just because of the matching colour schemes. I've got his hand-foot gun as well. I put it in the box over there because I don't really have any use for it. There's a little bit of mold degradation on him, but that's no fault of the previous owners. I think that's just time. So I put a little bit of nail polish on some of his ball joints to really toughen it up so he stands a lot better. So he's very nice indeed. Thank you, Nick. Let's have a look at some of the first things I got actually. The first thing I bought, which was a complete impulse buy, was Cybertron Scorponok in his, I believe this is like referencing his black Zarak colours from Master Force? Is it Master Force? I don't know. Yeah, I got this guy for £35 from the Space Bridge. He's missing a few missiles, but that's all there really is to him. That's all there really is. He's got his Cyber Key. I read on TF Wiki that he's, I think, the only Unicron trilogy figure which can incorporate all of the gimmicks from that trilogy. So Cyber Key, Minicon Port, and Energon Star. But I like him a lot. He's very cool. Yeah, look at those colours though. I don't know whether it's coming out all right on camera, but I love like the kind of teal and gold, and it's not black. It's very, very dark grey. And it all works so well, and he's a thing of beauty. Love him, love him. Dan Storm, my good northern friend, bought me friggin' Cybertron Dark Crumple Zone. He's quite cool. That was the first thing that Dan bought, was this thing for me. So that's Crumple Zone. Crumple Zone's cool. Almost finally, we have this big boy. This is Cybertron Galaxy Force Optimus Prime in the black and red. I was really interested in grabbing this guy. I had a Cybertron Optimus many moons ago, but he was incomplete, missing a bunch of his accessories. This guy was kind of on my list, and I saw him on the Toy Fu stand for the whole weekend, and I debated on him for quite a while, until the dying hours of Sunday trading, and I decided, screw it, I'll buy him. 50 quid, has everything that he really needs, missing a few missiles, but I don't care. I've got his gold Cyber Key on my desk, which is showing a few signs of warping. It's kind of worrying. I don't like that. But this guy's really cool. I've had to put a bit of nail polish on him, like especially the wings here, flapping about like crazy. And he cannot stand up to hold his own weight at all. But he's really cool, and Cybertron is the show which kind of got me into Transformers at the very beginning. So to own this big boy It's really cool. And of course, last but not least, I did pick up the TFNation exclusive figure from Mass Toys. I got Rune, otherwise known as Glyph. I'm not big on like the war within Bumblebee vehicle mode kind of thing, but you know, I've warmed to her, and like the plastic quality is really good. I popped on a little Reaper label on the front, which In Demand Toys is giving out free with all the purchases, and I like. Matt gave her a clear outline symbol. I went for the red, and I think the red looks best. The blue's great, but if it's not broken up by another colour, then it looks a bit bland, so red works for me. And that is pretty much all I bought from TFNation 2017. There was a Junker Cybertron Jetstorm that I got because I want to do some modding on Energon Tidal Wave to give him proper knees. Speaking of which, I don't actually know where he's gone. I've kind of forgotten where I put him. But I'll get that. I'll do that at some point. But I don't really count that as like a proper purchase from the weekend, because it was like £1, and it's missing most of itself. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know how long this is gonna clock in on. I imagine about 30 minutes. And to everyone who came along to TFNation and just chatted with me or said hi or anything like that or hung out, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for giving me your time. To the organisers as well, you did a great job. You should be very proud of yourselves for sure. And thank you for putting on a great show. That's pretty much it. So thank you all so much for watching this ludicrously long video, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye. Bye.